Welcome, this is Joshua Benoist with Autodesk Product Support. So this is video 4, a case we're talking about how to create blocks for devices. So let's look at the problem statement, if it'll let us. Alright, I think this is about as big as my video card's going to let me get it. So here's the problem statement from the customer. Pause the video if you want to read that. So let's go. There we go. I got pulled back in. So we were in the options when we left off. Not in the options, in the drawing setup. So anyway, we were talking about annotative scale, and so here you're telling it what scale you want your default viewports to be, and here you're saying what text height you want it to be in paper space. So it's going to work backwards from these two numbers and say, well, if I draw any text in model space, how big do I have to draw it? What scale value based off of a unit value of 1. If my text height was 1 unit tall, what do I have to multiply that by to get it to the correct size in model space, such that when I scale it by 1/8 inch down so that it fits on paper in my viewport, what size does that text have to be so that it comes out at 3/32 inch? And here's the value that it uses down here. So let's set this to quarter scale. You know, there's 48, 96, 192, so on. So here's the multiplier value down here. What we need to do is, when we create annotations, text, blocks, symbols, that stuff all has to be 1 unit tall. So let's click OK here, or just cancel. So I just wanted to show you guys this. In here in model space, I'm just going to draw some text, because we're going to finish off that example that I gave earlier. See, it's still defaulting to that. I don't know why. I must have used that in a past support case. So 3/32 inch, and we'll just type in 1, 2, 3, 4 and click OK. I'm gonna hit zoom extents. Did I miss something? There's my text. I may have done something wrong there. Let's right click on that. I want to make sure that it is 3/32 inch tall. So I'm just going to toggle it back and forth. Roman S, Romans, blah blah blah, okay. So I know what happened. So let's zoom in on this text real quick. This text, if we switch to the Annotate tab, drop down on this list Roman S and say Manage Text Styles. This is not an annotative text style that we chose, so I'm just going to say Apply. Okay, so we've made the font annotative. Now we need to select this, come up into our quick properties. Notice it is not annotative. Now that we've set it to be annotative, yes. Now it says the model text height is 3/32, but if we come in here and right click and say M-Text Edit, it says 0. So what we need to do is highlight it and change that to say 3/32. There we go. So I should have had an annotative font before I ever even drew this, and it would have come in right. But so anyway, now it's what I was expecting, and if we go into our paper space, they don't look the same.